Rugby World Cup has got some huge clashes that are going to go a long way to telling us the story of the quarter-final matchups. Today, coming out of Pool C, we have Fiji versus Georgia as both sides cling on to that hope of keeping their World Cup quarter-final campaign well and truly alive. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Rugby World Cup match of the day that sees Fiji versus Georgia out of Pool C. And this is a very contrasting situation, although very similar for both sides. Fiji, of course, doing the job against Australia, now have their fate in their own hands. They are surely one of the favourites to make it into those quarterfinal stages. Whereas their opponents today, the Georgians, need to do the unthinkable against Fiji to keep their own hopes alive for themselves. They, of course, went down to Australia, and we've got a chance to hit back here against the Fijians and really put the cat amongst the pigeons in this Pool C clash. Look at the starting lineups, and you know all about these Fijians. They are star-studded, stacked, and sizable throughout. But it's really when you look through the back row, especially with players like Botia and Mata, that are going to be the ones to stand up to drive forward. Look out for what Kulavoli will do. He's been in exceptional form recently, but of course it will all be about the back line. Radradra, Tuisova, Naslevu, Ravutalmada, just to name a few that could set this game apart from their opposition of the Georgians. But of course we know Georgia very capable when it comes to the work of their forwards, and when you've got a pack that compromises from Nurashvili and especially Gigashvili bookending that front row, are certainly going to be no pushovers. And of course it's a solid pack throughout with big ball carriers in that side, but I think what's really going to be key for this Georgian team in matching up with the back line is going to be the work of Lobsananta and scrum half, his partnership with Markava in the playmaking abilities, but also the finishing of Ninashvili, who will be on the left wing side. A few changes throughout their back line as well from the last time they come out, but you can guarantee players like Tabladze and Tubitadze will certainly be ones that can make things happen. Look out for what they can do, though. The forward pack is going to certainly be an area of focus. And there's plenty of experience on the bench for both sides as well. We've got a number of players who've moved out of the starting lineup for Georgia. Ivanashvili, Alperanse have been around there as well. So guys know what it's all about to perform at this level. And of course, just like Fiji, we got Piri Ravi in the front row replacements. Tuisu, Lamani, Botitu and Hobosi have all been in and about that 15 starting at this World Cup. So it's experience and it's knowing the game plan to execute when it comes to those big numbers and the time to really perform. So with the pre-match mortalities out of the way, let's get ready for a kick-off, and it will be the Georgians who are playing this beautiful plum-like kit, and they are kicking off to the Fijians in the white. And we are underway for this big Pool C clash that's down for Manavesi. Early touch for the Fijian hooker as they look to keep things tight nice and early on with another packed house crowd here in France for the Rugby World Cup. Now, a bit more expansive from the Fijians, and straight away they make a break through the middle, and a mistake, unfortunately, from Tuisova, just when it looked like he was going to start stretching those big legs out. The Georgia defence equal to that early task, that early questioning. And it was a good hit too, coming across there very nicely. Ninashvili, very capable defender.
Sit.
The question remains of what the Georgian pack can do, but look out for Fiji! What a shot! First hit of the scrum, and they pummel over the top. Kuravoli sends them away. Naslevu steps it back inside and nice little ball. Nasila. Oh, what a play! And Nasila. Try! It never looked like it was going to go all the way himself, but somehow he's got it. And Nasila. What a storming run from the Fijian second rower. It just didn't look like he was going to go alone. It stepped back, he did well enough to skid away there. Then the second dummy, and the acceleration by the big lanky lock, and Nasila is just stormed all the way home. What a try for Fiji, and the first piece of excitement. What an explosive way to do it. Wowee, that was incredible. It was almost slow motion as he pushed his way down that left side. Here's Kuravoli, that is a great kick. What an outstanding shot at goal. And Nasila has just put Fiji in the front. with an exquisite play down the left. Unbelievable from the big man. Back underway we go. Georgia kicking deep. Mutcarver on hand and straight away the big run there from Tagi Valu. And now a high shot from Georgia. And it looks like it may be trouble. Yellow card. Away they go with Kivsaladza. Well, that is a poor return. It was a big run from Tagi Valu. Also getting over the fact that he blockbusted his way through the first tackle. Well, the second one coming in from Kivsaladza was just not of the legal limit, of course. You've got to be careful these days when it goes to that bunker. You're in trouble of giving away possibly a red card. We'll see how that one transpires. But in the meantime, Maravesi will throw, and it's the try scorer, Nasilasila, who grabs it down for Fiji. And now they'll run it into the back line, and the danger is here. Tuisova into the first tackle, waiting for it is Tala. He goes back to the left-hand side before turning it back in from Radraja. And they go straight through again. Look at the other side. It's Aroa. And he's got the pass away to Tini Tala. Tala to the line. And Tini Tala grabs try number 2 for Fiji. Just the start they were looking for. 2 early tries. And the run from Aroni Mawai. Just ridiculous. It went to the left side. Radraja turned it back. And all the space for Mawai, his eyes lit up, put the back inside to Tini Tala. And the defence squeezed him in, but not enough to stop him from hitting that try line. Desperate stuff from Modivanza, who tried to stop the rampaging Fijian fly half. And a second shot at goal here for Simone Kunavole. Oh, that one's gone wide. Remarkable, the last one was a bit tougher. And he snuck it inside the left. This one much easier. And he's blown it away to the right. Incredible miss there from Kunavole. Well, Georgia have to rethink their plans. Still a man down. Now Kivsaladza at this stage, they're inside centre, still missing in action. As the ball is taken down nicely from Levante Botia. Fiji will look to set about an attack. Once more, look out. It's Nasilasila. No chances taken on them this time, but it's run full way to Ravan Tamana. And the ball, beautiful on the inside. And Josua Tuisova will grab try number 3. And this is becoming a bit of a thumping early on. The Fijians high on life, high on excitement, and high on hope that they could be quarter-finalists. And they are putting down the pain here on Georgia. Well, when you draw the attention to a big man like Nasilasila, it just opens up players outside. And Ravu Taumata, who missed the game against the Wallabies, is back in the lineup and back in the creative aspect down that right wing. Beautiful ball back inside, and we all know the danger of Mr. Tuisova. He is electric and powerful. And with a clear line in front of him, not many are stopping that. Third shot of goal here from Kunavole, and that one he snuck in. Just down the right side, it's gone astray. Well, an unbelievable kicking display as being so electric versus the Wallabies a week ago. So reliable. Now a little bit of a comfortable lead. He's popped a couple wide from handy spots as well, which is very surprising from Kunavole. Kivsaladza comes back onto the field for Georgia, and it's a great take down that right wing. Tamisanta climbing high to grab that ball for Georgia. Now 15 on 15, back on the field. Here's Nurashvili, pops it back inside, and Makil Talza just goes for a little bit of a scamper. Pick and go this time, try to offload, and now Georgia in behind. It's the big man doing the damage at the moment. Great run there from Jayani. Quickly recycled ball, lobs it answer, goes himself, a bit isolated, turnover. Fiji get it back, great work from Levante Botia, and now they run away. Simi Radraja up towards halfway. It's all action here for the Fijians. Look at the Georgians struggling to get back on side. Strong carry again from Botia. Fiji carving off 60 metres. That's too much of a Kunavole. Little snipe, he almost got away with it. Another pick and go, and another strong carry. This time, it's Tagivalu who rumbles his way. Kunavole once more. Georgia like their chances, they fancy it, but the Fijians too strong at the breakdown. They come in late, they come in hard. Nice little ball in there from Viliminata, finding Taki Balu, who literally just stood up from the last breakdown. He's back in the action again. Kurivali offloaded brilliantly, and a very strong run from Siri Kalvita. Now they go left side. Mawai, Kurivali looking to offside. The cut back is very good from Matabasi. Into the 22. Go Fiji. Oh, here's another great run from Tuisova. Looks to his shoulder, and a beautiful step inside from Bosia. And it's another try for Fiji. Levani Botia, too hard to stop that close to the line. And a bit of footwork as well from the big man, just to add a little bit of difference. Well, was that cut back there from Matabasi that really put the Georgians on the back foot. Tuisova split them in half, and then he found a great line. Botia stepping inside and too hard to stop. Well, there was a little brief light, a little brief glimmer of hope for the Georgians. That was quickly snuffed out from the Fijians as they got back to 15 men, the Georgians. Kurivali. Oh, what's gone wrong with Kurivali? He nailed the first one simply, and now it's all gone completely to custard for him. Luckily, they're scoring tries, 22 points to 0. Back to halfway for Markava. Last time they took a very good kick-off. Retaining possession has been one of the very, very brief highlights of their first half so far, Georgia. As here come Fiji once more. Wide, Tuisova gets away to Radraja, back to Tinitala. Could have been a turnover there for the Georgians, not coming their way. Hard lines, great offloads, as Fiji and rugby at its best at the moment. Nasila, another strong run from the big lock. Pick and go from Kulaboli. There goes half-time. Georgia facing hard. Georgia might get last chance. 22-0. They've got themselves some ball. Pick and go nicely. Noah Shavili gets on the right wing side. And Tavisanta gets him almost to the 22. Little pick and go and a spot of danger close to the sideline as he stayed in. Looks like he might have. That's very well played from Lotananta. They keep it down the short. Now they open it up. Nice offloading, nice passing again. Eventually it is Garishia Dablaza who takes it into contact. Just outside the 22. Again, they like to persevere that short side through the Georgians. Ball pops back. Opening it up now to the back line. This is where they could be dangerous. Left-hand side, big opportunity now for Ninashvili. And his pass is perfect. Have they got the support? They do! Oh, he's back from the card. And Kivas Natsa grabs the try for Georgia. Wow, that was all perfectly executed from Ninashvili. They pulled it right. They pulled it right. Time after time, phase after phase. Here there he was. Ninashvili, lovely support line there from Tabalata, and then his offload, simply exquisite. And a little bit of redemption from Kivsaladza, who's back from the bin and back for Georgia in the scoring place. 22-5, half-time is rung, and a chance for Matkava has just gone to the right-hand side, unsuccessful. 22 points to 5. There's points on the board for Georgia, and what promises to be maybe slightly better second half. After the halftime break they go. 22 points to 5 is the score. Fiji dominating this game for the position, going their way, and over twice the tackles. A lot of defensive work very early on for the Georgians. The yellow card did not help, but of course the try scorer Kivisaladze is the one who come back to hit hard for the Georgians. Otherwise, a little bit of possession, and Georgia could find themselves back in this game. It's a big if, it's a big but. But there is always that possibility. Underway we go for the second half. Tinitala kicking off, and a good take from the big front rower, Gigashvili, who drags it in for Georgia. Again, flirting with that touchline are the Georgians. They keep things tight. Now opening up to the right-hand side, looking for some passing options. Release. Not finding them there. They go back to the short side, and there's no room for him to run it. It's all down there. And Ninashvili just pushed slightly into touch there by the Fijian defender. No real malice in that at all. They knew that they were in trouble, the Georgians, and not much you can do more about that than just run into touch. Now, Matabasi to throw. Stolen by Georgia. That's a great play. perfectly jumped up. And Mikhail Tadze is the man. He has been in fine form. As the kick away, finally, we get a little bit of territory played. And you see Trosisi at the back, he was not ready for that. Let's go back into zone 22, and this is a good chase too from the Georgians. Are they on? Oh, it's an intercept! It's an intercept! Ninashvili! He's got it for Georgia, but it's turned over. Fiji lose it. Big play from Semi Rajaja. When it looked like Fiji are in trouble, he's come up trumps in a big play in the breakdown. Now they'll attack down the right-hand wing. Bravo Talmada, inside ball, finding support, and who else but Nasila Sila! And the big lock will go in for two. Oh, what could it be for Georgia? Such promise of a very good kick, and then an intercept. But they just could not commit the numbers to secure possession. And then a great break down the right from Rabu Talmada, drawing up against the fullback Modern Badza, and he could not stop two men. And another great try. Nasila Sila, unbelievable skills and pace from a man in the second row. He's got two tries. And Kuravoli, well, he might look to continue these kicking woes. Out on this right-hand side. He hits it well, but it's going to be continuing on left. Unsuccessful again. Just one for the Knights for Kuravoli. And unbelievably, about 3 or 4 of them have been right in front. Lucky it's not a close one. Clearly lost those kicking boots from Australia. Underway we go again. 27 points to 5. Georgia go deep. Slicey taken to Botia. Looks to launch it away. Radraja on the side. Here he is. The big try scoring. Second row finds City Teller. Nasila Sila has been incredible tonight for Fiji already. Kuramani goes short. And Botia goes straight through untouched. He's looking for some support. He can't find it. Good tackle from Monibadza. Just short of halfway. But the numbers are there. And look at the range on through. Taki Balu. He's not the quickest man on the paddock, but he made the Georgia defence look very sleepy there. Kuravoli, nice lever, and again they bust away. Taki Valu once more. He wants another go at it. But this time, just like the last, Monabadza. Quality in defence. He's been called on to do a lot of work as a Georgian fullback. And he's done fairly good considering. Here's the line out throw to the back. It's stolen by Fiji. Not the mark that they really want there from Zamtaradza. And now Fiji, Tini Teller! Oh, he saw himself! Teller to the line! Offloading brilliantly! And eventually, Botia will score! Oh, they just cannot be stopped. They cannot be stopped. In the mix, Ravu Talmada once more. But Tini Teller, this was an incredible line from the fly half. Watch him go here. Snipe straight through. Too easy. Little dummy. And then a great offload. Robert Talmada off to Botia. And that is how you finish a job. Well, Fiji romping home here. Big win coming in for the Fijians, if only. I mean, if Kuravoli's going to have a night off, this is the one you probably wanted to have the night off on. But 32 points to 5. Could have been a lot more. And the wider they go, the better it gets, it seems, bizarrely. But that one again strays slightly to the left. And the score remains 32 points to 5. That is 6 tries. Makes it a bit easier on the maths, though, doesn't it? 6 tries to 1. And you must think, if they got those kicks, it would be 42 points to 5. Equal, though, it is still a big scoreline here for the Fijians. Georgia, far from their best. A lot of changes for tonight's game. And those changes are telling in the way that this fixture's going. Look out, Nasi Hill was on the ball again, and that is always a danger. Fiji toying now with their food almost as Botia finds another massive hole in the Georgia defence. Pass back inside. Oh, look out, it's Nasila. He's running away from the defenders. Going to the corner. Hat-trick for Nasila. How does he do it? Time after time. Just the pace. Botia straight through. Short side defence. The pass back in. He was always going to gun it away. from his opposite number there. Gianni had no chance, but even a back by Lobzanansa stood not an opportunity to take the big Nasilasila down. Crazy, he never seems to match up against the pacey player. He always burns it away from slow defenders. Here's Kurivoli! And unsurprisingly, there goes Kurivoli. 37-5. This one has been a thrashing. A little glimmer of hope for the Georgians at the end of the first half. And then at the start of the first, they had another opportunity, but they couldn't take that. Maybe at that point, if they could have made it, a 10-point game for themselves, the opportunity would have been there. But unfortunately, it didn't come, and Fiji really are out on their own now when it comes to expert place. Great kick, very good kick from Teddy Teller. And he puts his troops charging forward. Lineouts from both sides have been decisively average. 72 minutes gone. Not long for Georgia to put themselves in line. That one's been stolen. Another one. Like I said before, lineouts being very poor. The ball from Fiji, exquisite. Now look at the defenders. There's not many there for Georgia and Radraja onto Naisalevu. Tui Cyber in the mix as well, but that is all the big names combining perfectly for Fiji. And they are knocking on the door of the big 5-0 now. What a great maul. Everyone involved. Kurivoli popped it back. Radraja, there he was. Then Tui Cyber. And then just a short one to Naisalevu on the straight run. Simple as you like. Georgian defenders were outnumbered. And when you got players like Fiji that will always beat up on those one-on-one opportunities, and it's very hard to put them away. Kurivoli, he's got one! Woohoo, Kurivoli! Well, he's happy about that. What is that, 2 from 8? Take everyone you can get, I guess. 44 points to 5. Georgia, well and truly puts the sword here. 3 minutes to play. A deep kick and a great chase as well, but look out what they can do. That's a great piece of defence there. What a tackle from Gigashvili. Coming up against Radraja, that was a very good tackle. Maybe he should have done more of them. So Georgia, you can see, having woes with their line-out, they've opted for just the 3 men, one jumper and Gianni. And it's still way off the mark. Oh my. It's hat-trick scorer Nasilasila who grabs it down, back to Teddy Teller. He says we've had enough. 8 tries, 9 tries, 10 tries. It doesn't matter because Fiji have emphatically destroyed Georgia. Well, we thought we might get a close test match, but it was a fiery start for the Fijians and they did not let up. A couple little blips on the radar, but they come good when it really mattered. Emphatic on attack, dangerous as ever, and 8 tries to 1 is incredible. Kivsaladze with the 1 try for Georgia, unconverted from Makava, but still, Kurivoli 2 conversions, so 8 tries. Nasilasila with 3, Botia 2, Tala 1, Tuisovo and Naisalevu all picking up 1 as well. But the yellow card certainly did hurt the Georgians. If they didn't have that period, they conceded a lot. And they did fight back well when they come back to 15 then. But from there on in, Fiji's confidence was high, Georgia's was shatteringly low. And that told the tale of the second half. What could have been for Georgia? They gave it a good nudge, but a couple of key moments just passed them by. Fiji take it out, convincing style, 44 points to 5, and they will now be, if not already confirmed, as the second qualifier out of Pool C with a round still to play. A very good World Cup so far from the Fijians, and they'll look back on some fond memories from this Rugby World Cup. As for the Georgians, though, disappointment from them, and they'll be looking to bounce back to their best in their remaining matches. But for now, near the completion of round 4, Fiji firmly in control in that group alongside of Wales, as Australia look to claw their way back tomorrow when they take on Portugal, and with that match coming your way as well. But until then, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.